another year comes to an end, 2024 at its conclusion. So it's that time of year again when we sit down and take a look back over the year. This year's been not quite what I planned, specifically on the YouTube platform. I had a lot of things going on personally, and also a lot of work that got me traveling that just saw it not necessarily possible for me to keep up with recording as much as I want to, not being able to keep up with editing as much as I want to. That just kind of is what it is. This year was just what it was. So in that kind of respect, yes, it's a bit annoying, but I'm trying to like separate that and park that and put it to the side. But overall, I think it was a pretty good year. I think we've done some pretty cool things on the channel. It's the first time in 5 years of doing YouTube, I was actually able to get the 12 videos of festivity out by/on the 25th. The last one is always supposed to go up on the 25th, on Christmas Day. And this is the first year I've actually managed to do that. That whole December, October, I don't know what it is about the end of the year. I always just seem to pick the busiest time of the year to add more onto my plate, because it makes so much sense. And I mean, I've discussed this before. That's kind of just who I am, how I work. I don't tend to not do anything. If I'm not doing this, I'm doing something else. If I'm not doing that, I'm doing this, and if I'm not working, I'm doing that. I don't tend to have a lot of stationary stop chill time. I think I've done a lot of that as well to counter that point as well this year. And there have been times where I could have been gaming, I could have been editing, I could have been doing XYZ, but instead I chose to chill and not. And I think that was kind of a knock-on effect of all the traveling and everything I was doing. It was a really busy first half of the year. And then, like I said, personal stuff, which I'm not going to go into. But all that kind of stuff then came up, and that also had a knock-on effect. You don't really, when things aren't happening directly to you, you kind of don't feel like you have a right to be affected by them. But lo and behold, you are affected by them, especially when they're quite so close to you, even if they're not happening to you. So, yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a year. Probably one I'm happy to close the book on, I think. I think this one's, we're going to be moving into 25. Got some exciting things on in 25. Got some really, keen, structured plans for this stuff on 25 as well, which I'm hoping to hit and maintain. A lot of horror games coming up, because 2025 is going to be the year of countering fear by overexposure. That is what we're going to be doing in 25. I know I owe Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, because I said I'd do it in Spook Week and I never did. I just ran out of time. To be fair, the amount of the adventure video I actually had to do twice because the first recording failed. When the gameplay goes down, there's just nothing you can do. That was then became a 5-hour recording session, which then knocked in. I know Chapter 3 is really long. I'm actually going to do it in parts next time, because I have seen it now. I know you guys wanted to see me blind react. I'll blind react to Chapter 4, because I know Chapter 4 is coming out in January as well. So that is a plan to get Chapter 3 done, hopefully before that releases, and then to play Chapter 4, maybe rolling off the back of that, depending on when that releases. So that is the plan. And I'll try my hardest to blind play. It's really difficult because I hate so much being scared that I genuinely can get myself really worked up. I know I've spoken about this before, but I can really get myself worked up on games before I start playing them, and then I'm already freaking out before I've started. It's never going to be as bad as I probably make it in my head, but I've already made myself freak out before we've even started. So sometimes I get to a point where I'm like, I've not played it yet. Let's just see it, or at least see some of it to get an understanding. And I'm kind of glad I did, because a lot of the plays I'd seen thumbnails on were all plus 3 hours. So it is a hefty chapter. So I will be doing that in parts. And I have a vague idea where I'll split them, which I won't talk about. You'll have to wait just in case you haven't seen the game. But trust me, don't worry, even though I've seen it and kind of know what's coming. I mean, I watched it about 2 months ago now. So I can remember the big hits, and I can remember the puzzles that are going to be really difficult, especially for me. Because when my brain goes into panic mode, there's just no logic. It's just not there anymore. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it'll still be a delight to watch, even if I do have a semi-understanding of what's coming. But Chapter 4 I am, and I'll probably do that in parts as well, because I can only assume now there'll be big updates. So I will do Chapter 4, and that will be blind as well. Speaking of horror, we've got the end of Bending the Dark reveal that is coming in the new year as well. We've got, looking at my list here, we've got Little Nightmares. That's also coming in the new year. January's got a lot of scary games now. I've also got Simulacra 3. I know that's been out a couple of years now. Well, it will be next year. I think it came out last year. So that's a plan to play. There's a lot of horror. I'm also going to play Help Wanted VR 2. not the first one, the second one, the one that came out a couple of years ago, because I want to do some VR again. And you know, what's better than to super expose myself to horror than a VR game that's horror. Oh, I'm not well at the moment. Blech. Kind of feels like summing up the year. I'm ending not I'm like 80% at the moment. But yes, horror games, Help Wanted 2 VR, that's where I was. Sorry, I sneezed, distracted myself. I'm going to be playing that. I have seen a bit of it. I'm probably going to sin most of it, but again, I don't think I startle so easily. It's not going to matter if I know it's coming. It's still probably going to make me jump. And even the things that shouldn't make you jump are probably going to make me jump. I'm also not lore hunting in that game, because I know there's so much of it. I'm literally going to just blast through it and play through it as best I can. But yeah, I kind of decided about a week ago that I wanted 25 to be my year of exposure therapy, basically, and hopefully kind of chill me out a bit on the scares. So we can maybe play some more scary games in the future. I'm pretty sure it's not going to help much, but you know, something I want to do, and I want to play a few more freaky games because I know you guys enjoy watching me do it. Maybe we'll play some more. Was it The House Abandoned? That's not right. That's not what I played in Spook Week. What did I play? Hang on. I'll open my archive games. I can tell you what I played. Oh, the Fireproof game. I've got a new game. It's not a room game. It's just a new VR kind of mystery game. But I'll be playing that when that comes out. If that's not already out. If that's out, I'll play that before Help Wanted. I just want to get more VR going. I can't remember how I ever played it or how I recorded it. I know how I play it. Fears to Fathom. That one. I might play some more of that. I might save some of that to Spook Week. I don't know. Things that are probably coming back next year. Spook Week for sure. Videos Festivity obviously for sure. I don't know if there's anything like this end of the year we do, which is just so happens to be how it works. Because that's how I do things here. But yeah, if there's anything else people want to see, do of course let me know. I just want to reiterate that games I've started that haven't been finished yet, they are coming back in sequence, in order in which I want to replay them or restart playing them. For example, Crash 4 was on the list to come next when Subnautica Below Zero finishes, which we will finish in January. But it's very, very, very similar to Astrobot, which will also finish in January. So I didn't want to be playing two of the same kind of game for me, just to keep it different and to keep it mixed up. So I probably won't start Crash for a little while. I also want to alternate between a game we're finishing plus a new game, because I want something new and different to play, and it's more interesting for me as well. So it keeps me interested. And that's one of the things I know for sure, that if I start losing interest, it's very quick for me to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. So, which is why games end up starting and you get 5 chapters and then or 5 episodes and then it stops. So I just want to reiterate things like Half-Life, God of Ragnarok, Valhalla, that's coming back, Shadow of the Colossus, Little Nightmares, Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted, Bending the Dark Revival, Half-Life, Sub Below Zero, Astrobot, Last of Us, Raft, Pokemon Sword, Legend of Zelda. We'll do much more live streaming next year as well. I didn't do as much live streaming as I wanted to this year. There was a lot more I wanted to do that I never ended up doing. So I am planning on doing more live streams, more frequent live streams, so you guys can sit and chill with me, probably more on the weekends, maybe not actually, depending on my work schedule. So we'll definitely be coming up with more live streams, but anything I have started, bar Avengers Assemble, is coming back. It will just come back in order in which I want it to. There's actually not as much pending now as I think I thought there was. I thought there was a lot more. But again, like I said, I also want to be starting doing new things. I want to start new games. I want to keep it like a mix between console and PC, VR as well. There's a lot of elements that I want to play and do lots of different things. So I know you guys, I probably want specific things back more. And I guess the best way to let me know what you want more is to either watch through those videos again, leave comments, or hit me up on the Discord. That's probably the quickest way to get hold, or like to let me know something, is to tell me on the Discord, which is all linked down in the description below. If you want to let me know, I'm not promising anything, but if I know that most people want to see more of this than that. For example, when we did live streams, a lot of people were like, I prefer to see Hogwarts Legacy live stream rather than God of War Ragnarok. So then I live stream Hogwarts Legacy because that's what more people want to see. So if you want to tell me that kind of stuff, please do. But please also know that hounding me for things and keep asking and spamming other video comments with things about other games you want to see come back will not make it come back any faster. Bottom line, TLDR, everything is coming back. It will be finished at some point. Let me know what you want first, and maybe it will get higher priority, but I'm not promising anything. But I overall, 2024 has been 2024, I think. Yeah, not the greatest, not the worst. Wish I'd have done more on the channel, but have full understanding and appreciation why I didn't. I'm only grateful that you guys have hung around through long periods of nothing from me. And also, I'm really glad that you hang around when you get things like, I'm going to do this, and then that never materializes. For example, I'm going to post videos between Christmas and New Year, and you won't just have videos of festivity through December. There'll be gaming videos too. None of that happened. Barely kept up with the videos of festivity. Put in more kind of structure. And that's really what I am going to try and do going into the new year. So into the new year, into 2025, we are looking at a video every other day and 2 on the weekend. So that'll be Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in that pattern. Unless I decide I want to do more. Unless, for example, I do really want to smash through Astro Bot because that was supposed to be finished by the end of the year. But there's maybe like four, maybe 5 episodes left. So it might be that at the beginning of January, if my time permits it, there will be more. Or there might randomly be a double, triple upload. So instead of Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, you'll get Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. It will kind of just depend on my time, when I have time to sit down and do things, because I thought I'd have time during the Christmas period to sit down and do things between Christmas and New Year. And this is the first time, basically, I'm having a chance to sit down and do something. We're quite lucky this is coming up at the right time, if I'm being brutally honest with you. I'm kind of at least hoping to have that structure of Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So you can kind of know when to expect something from me. There's plenty of travel vlogs I've recorded because I've done the travel that I still want to upload. There's still the rest of my Can-Am trip from a few years ago. I went to Tokyo, Japan this year. Did a lot of vlogging while I was there. So there's plenty of that. I talked about in those recordings that you've not seen yet, but I talked about doing travel Thursdays. So I might do that. Or if it's a Tuesday, Thursday upload week, it might be that comes out randomly on a Friday. Those things just take longer to edit. And that's kind of been the thing with the videos of festivity. They take 20 minutes to record. They take 3 to 4, maybe 5 hours to edit. From your perspective, you're like, how have you not managed to get more than 12, 20-minute videos up this month? What's happened? But the behind the scenes of that is the sometimes 40 minutes recording session, plus then the editing time. And it looks like a short, quick edit, but it's taken me a lot longer to it. And I still do everything, from planning to editing to recording to everything. So just sometimes animation, if that happens, to graphics, to whatever it is, it's all me still. So that's why everything takes a little bit longer. So it sometimes may feel like I'm not giving a lot back, but behind the scenes, there's probably a lot more behind it than seems to be the case. So yes, that is 2024 in the bag, locked it up, posted, sent, and I'm very glad for everybody who stuck with me through the whole year. If you're watching this and you've watched everything, thank you for being here. It really does mean a lot. We hit 2,000 subscribers this month or last month recently. And that's been a goal I've been working towards for a while. So it was really nice to finally get there and hit it. And it kind of, those moments kind of re-spark the desire and the want. I want to keep doing this. I love doing this. I enjoy doing this. This is one of my most favorite things I do of everything I do. This is one of my most favorites. So I don't want to stop doing it. And I wish sometimes I could give it a bit more commitment than I maybe can, but life happens. I have 5 Nights at Freddy's. It's waiting, but it's up to you if you get to see it. I've not played it. I'm shit scared of playing it. Genuinely, it's a game about being jump scared. It's like my worst nightmare. It's part of the reason we're doing so much exposure therapy at the beginning of this year with Poppy Playtime and Bendy, and although there's another Bendy coming out, which I am planning on playing when that drops as well. If you want to see me play 5 Nights at Freddy, not VR Help Wanted 2, because that one is coming, but if you want to see me watch the OG 5 Nights at Freddy's, 6 videos, 6 nights, can I survive? Probably not. If you want to see it, you've got to help us get to 3,000 subscribers. That is the incentive. When I hit 3,000 subscribers on Circuit the World, we shall embark on 5 Nights at Freddy's. I've said it now. It's on the internet. You'll all hold me to it. If you want to see me play it, I mean, you could make this happen in a month. You could make this happen in a week. You just gotta share with your friends and tell them all to subscribe to me and show them that I'm scared of everything, and it would be really funny to watch me play. I'm already getting anxious even thinking about it. There is also, it's now called Circuit Over the World, Around the World, Out of the World. What did I call it? The second channel? I have a second channel. Circuit Outside the World. That is the second channel. Currently, it's kind of just hosting clips and little shorts from the videos we do here. That's going to continue. I'm going to do more of those. I'm also going to post more shorts here because YouTube likes them. So I may as well lean into that. But Outside the World will also have some taste videos, some random videos, some singing videos, some covers, some whatever I fancy doing that isn't what I believe directly related to what I deem Circuit the World now is, will be on Circuit Outside the World. So it'll be like additional Alice, more me, random shit that genuinely will be so random I can't even tell you what it's gonna be. Could be anything. Haven't done anything for it yet, but I'm probably going to use that channel more in the future. I'll link to it down in the description if you fancy subscribing and ringing the bell, just in case you want to see more of me. Because I'm such a delight. The other thing I will say, I have another one called Round the Stumps, which you may have heard me mention a few times. It is where I go to share my love of cricket. It hasn't been touched this year because I've been terrible at it. But as of next year, there's a podcast, there's a channel, there's a blog. All three of which I want to get back on top of. And again, this is all this, you can hear already how much stuff I have going on. And this is, again, a small portion of what I'm actually doing. On top of my work, on top of other things I do as well. So there's a lot going on here. But Round the Stumps, if you're into cricket, that is where you can come and share your love of cricket with me. And I'll be doing lots of crickety things. There are some challenge videos I'm going to do. I'm going to try and start playing cricket. So there might be some like how I'm going about that and how I'm progressing as a cricketer kind of things. There'll be podcasts, which I'll do as vlogcasts on here. There will be maybe some going to cricket events videos if I do so fancy it. Who knows? But that's kind of all and everything cricket. There's a cricket game I have. Maybe I'll play that over there. I don't know the ins and outs of it yet. Haven't really planned to that. I mean, I've got like 4 or 5 videos I have planned and have had planned all year. I just never got around to doing them. So that kind of stuff is also what you can look forward to next year. So there are 3 channels now. I'll call like one main channel, one side channel, and one completely different channel, depending on what you fancy. But they're all there. I'm going to link to all 2 of them down in the description in case you're interested. Because as of next year, tomorrow, they should be a bit more active. But that is it. That's all I have for you this year. I hope you've had a wonderful year. I hope it hasn't been too hard on you. I hope it's been great and brought you wonderful fortune. And I hope 2025 is even better. I will see you then in 2025. I reckon the first video back, probably going to be Astrobot, and then some Subnautica, which I don't think I've got much of that left to play either. So be Astrobot, Subnautica, and then also some Poppy playtime just over the horizon, just into the new year, beginning of January. I will hope to see you then. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. Like I said, 3,000 subs when we play Five Nights at Freddy's. So you do with that information what you want. But thank you so much for your ongoing support. I really do hope you have a wonderful new year. I hope this one hasn't been that bad for you. I hope it's been fantastic. And I will see you all in 2025.